Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. We've got a ship review today, guys. I took a quick peek at the workshop and there's something that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. It is the Monarch Mark II class gunship, which barely fits on the Pertam orbiter landing pad, but I just squeezed it on just to give us a little bit of a picturesque view in the background. So let's take a read of the description. A variation and improvement of the original Monarch gunship, the Mark II boasts far more firepower and fulfills multiple duties including, but not limited to, planetary reconnaissance, troop transport, extraction, fire support and resupply. Simply put, anything a team of Spec Ops may find necessary on their missions, even a microwave. The Monarch Mark II comes equipped with 2 atmospheric scout bikes as standard issue, which greatly improve its reconnaissance ability, best utilised ahead of assaults and raids on hostile compounds and bases to find any vulnerabilities. When docked to the Monarch, they can be raised up into the ceiling and out of the way. The Mark II's hangar is equipped with a folding seat array, allowing it to transport up to 10 seated personnel and as many additional infantry as the hangar itself fits, provided they don't mind standing. When not needed, the seat folds down and allows easy maintenance of the scout bikes or other use of an open hangar. To protect all of this fancy equipment, multiple assault and autocannons, Gatling as well as rocket turrets to ensure that if the Monarch Mark II gets into a fight, it can also come out of it, or at least hold its own against hostile ships of similar quality. A folding layer of cockpit armour allows the pilot to take an enemy head-on with added safety. When not shooting at enemies, the Mark II comes equipped with a supply pod, which can be deployed via parachute to friendly forces on the ground. Very nice. So, as the description implies, we've got a heavily armed gunship here, which is absolutely enormous. It's a small grid gone wild. I think what's very interesting and what I like about this ship and why I decided to do a video on it is there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of unique features to this ship. It's not analog, there's a lot of different things happening that I can show you. I'll just give you a quick squeeze around the outside because it is really impressive. Obviously, with it being a small grid, we've got a high level of detail going on here. Flying on hydros. The bikes inside do have atmospherics as well, though. Got that DD pack camo, which is also built in on a larger scale with actually colouring the blocks themselves. Got the name tag over here as well, which is always nice. So you've got the chin-mounted missile turret. We've got 3 assault cannons on this thing. We've got numerous autocannons lining the wings. I'll show you them firing in a sec. Then, as discussed, we do indeed have multiple other turrets. We've got Gatling point defense turrets, the Type 2 turrets actually, which look really cool. More of these rocket turrets over here on the subgrid. Again, I think these are... I don't know if I actually call them Mark II turrets, but I'll call them the Mark II turrets for simplicity's sake. Got these custom engine pods as well at the rear. And on the wings themselves. Here we've got the loading bay. Got that sort of tubular, thick body. Got that kind of, I hate to say it, but LA-80 gunship kind of feel. Got some custom just autocannon turrets down here. More GATs. And we'll head inside shortly. Just get you a quick squeeze around. Better look at the landing gear here, which is fully retractable. One on the front, 2 on the back. Blast doors as well. They're not very sturdy though. It's worth noting they're not very sturdy, so just be careful with them. Stern chaser. Got these aerodynamic features on the back as well. Kind of reminds me of something out of like Avatar, like the RDA kind of style. Just in my mind. Anyway, we'll head in through the starboard airlock, which takes us directly into the cockpit. If I can close the... There we go. So we've got seats either side tucked away with their own views as well. God, isn't Pertan beautiful? Got a seat over here. These are actually the 2-block wide rover seats. And then we've got the main flight seat in the centre here, along with all your medical gubbins. Hop in the seat. Got a bit of a heads-up display there. Guides on all the different buttons, and there are many. I'll give you a quick squiz around the interior as well. So if we come towards the aft, we'll enter into the hangar area. So here we've got the couple of speed bikes. Really impressive for a small grid to be carrying ships as well, even if it's just these little scout bikes. More medical supplies, and then we can actually enter into the hangar area. Have a better look at these bikes. Open and close the side doors as well. We will indeed launch a couple of these bikes. I'll just show you the seats. So there you go, you can squeeze 10 engineers in there, all seated, which is just such a cool feature. You know, normally you'd just be like, oh yeah, we'll just cram everyone in. I mean, you know, we did talk about cramming people in as well, but I mean, the foldable seats, man, I've not seen that before. I don't, if you've seen that before, let me know, because I've never seen that in my life. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Got a couple of access panels at the back here. Bit of detail. We'll launch one of the bikes and have a little mooch around in a bit. Series of buttons. I was crouching that whole time and I didn't even realise. We come through here. We're pretty much in the stern now. Here's the microwave that was so graciously described. Got a sink over here as well, so really getting spoiled today. Even got a cupboard, flipping heck. Modular cargo containers, we've got beds as well. Save your progress. And into the back here we've got a little airlock. And then we have a 2-part folding ramp, which also locks onto the top there. We can fold down. Exits the vehicle. Look at that. I mean, it is just seriously impressive. It must have taken a good while to get everything working as well as it does. Yeah, some of the bits are finicky. It is mentioned in the description not to spam the cockpit armour, which I've not even shown you, but I'll show you now. High level of detail is to be expected with a small grid build, which is very nice. Got the new small grid connectors there. Let's jump in. Let me show you some of the buttons. I think, yeah, there we go. Fold that in for a second. I'll show you the cockpit armour. So if you look above the cockpit, you'll notice that we've got that subgrid armour truss going on. I don't know how quite to describe it. Switch to the second toolbar. We can actually flip this down, Iron Man style. Alright, Jarvis, lock in. And you can armour and shield the cockpit for frontal attacks, which is just absolutely awesome. That's what made me click. Like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, we're doing a review. I'll give the assault cannons a blast. There you go, big shooty. Just blowing a hole in that mountain over there. Always satisfying. I might hit the windmill with the auto cannons, but here we go. Turbine, not windmill. So we've got a lot of forward firepower, but the ship doesn't really turn to support that forward firepower, so that's probably best used for like hovering and just attacking ground targets rather than strafing runs. Just soaking up the damage because this thing's a chunky monkey. Go back to the first toolbar. So the first two there, again, I'm left-handed, that's why everything's reversed, are for the landing gear, so we can unlock the landing gear, take off, and then fold the landing gear away. Get you a better view of that, of the landing gear coming out. here as well. Like that. Flipping heck. Wow. Right. Let's fly a little bit here. Like I said, this thing really doesn't turn too much. As you can see, I am dragging my mouse as quickly as I can. But it's, you know, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just not that graceful, really. I'll do a bit of flying here. So this is what it would look like if it was departing. Oh no, I'm going to crash it. Just about saved it, flipping heck. Don't film and fly, kids. Right, let's deploy one of these bikes. I've not tested them on Pertam, so I only picked this planet because it's pretty. I'm going to deploy it from mid-air. So I'm going to open up the door. Deploying bike. And then we'll jump in. Fire this bad boy up. Look at this. Oh, how cool is that? And we have a little speeder bike. So this thing does indeed fly pretty well, even though we are on Pertam. So props. Props to you, my friend. Make sure I can pull up in time here. God, Pertam is so pretty. I can't wait to play with the SE2 planets. Because my standards are at this for graphics. Ooh, braking thrust, braking thrust. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. It is an excellent vessel. I'll have it linked in the description. Go and show some love. Go and check it out yourself. Would highly recommend it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. And as always, take care, everybody.